Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's royal wedding was one of the most exclusive events the royal family has ever thrown. In fact, it was so exclusive that even certain guests weren't allowed to join dine with the newlyweds following their nuptials. Find out why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle told some of their guests to bring their own lunch to the reception, page 6, plus other details about the post-wedding celebration, ahead. 1. 2,000 guests. Oprah was one of the 600 guests invited to the reception, Ian West, AFP, Getty Images. According to page 6, 2,000 guests were invited to celebrate the royal wedding at Windsor Castle. However, just because they were allowed on the grounds, didn't mean they were allowed to partake in certain royal wedding festivities. In fact, only about 600 people had the honor of partying with the newlyweds. The remaining guests were invited to stand outside of the chapel and watch Meghan Markle's arrival, as well as the royal couple's carriage departure. Next, the reception too. St. George's Hall. The first reception took place at St. George's Hall in Windsor Castle, the royal family via YouTube following the ceremony in St. George's Chapel. The royal couple and their selected guests met inside Windsor Castle in St. George's Hall to enjoy their first of two receptions. Next, the menu. 3. Seasonal British produce. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle served items made with seasonal British produce at their wedding. Mahogany, iStock, Getty Images. Those who got to enjoy Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's catered cuisine fueled up on seasonal British produce, including some items grown locally in the Queen's many backyards. Next, how informal. 4. Bite-sized foods. Food was meant to be eaten standing up. Source, iStock. Despite being held at a castle, the afternoon reception did not call for fancy place settings. Instead, the royal couple's reception menu featured a mix of canapés and small dishes served in bowls and was meant to be eaten standing up. Next, the cake. 5. The wedding cake. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding cake. Kensington Royal via Instagram. For their wedding cake, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle went a little rogue, compared to the traditional fruit cake served at royal weddings, and opted for a fresh elderflower and lemon cake with buttercream frosting created by Claire Tack of Violet Bakery Cafe. Unfortunately, guests did not get to enjoy the cake at the reception. They will instead receive a slice of the confectionery in the mail as a thank you. Next, the surprising reason why some guests had to bring their own food. 6. Ceremony invites. St. George's Chapel. Emmanuel Gill, Wikimedia Commons. The real reason most of the royal wedding guests had to bring their own food. They didn't receive an invite to the ceremony at St. George's Chapel. Out of 2,000 guests, only a select 600 had a seat at the chapel. Who knew the ceremony invite doubled as a meal ticket? Next, can you believe this? 7. Bring your own food. Some guests enjoyed a picnic lunch at Windsor Castle. MS Polly, iStock, Getty Images. Despite not having an invite to the reception inside St. George's Hall, the remaining guests brought a picnic lunch and enjoyed Windsor Castle's scenic views. Next, who were these guests? 8. The guests invited by the Lord Lieutenant Aude Anderson, WPA, Getty Images. The remaining royal wedding guests were invited by the Lord Lieutenant. Many of the guests include young people who have served their communities in positive ways, something very important to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Check out the cheat sheet on Facebook.